Alright people, so I'm here with your Raw review, and I said this in my Periscope live video I made right after Raw was over. I said, WWE, they had Raw tonight, they had Payback yesterday. Essentially that's like 5-6 hours of TV. I mean, of course you have commercials and shit, but if you look at that content there, yesterday and today at Raw, it's like they haven't done anything where you just go like, oh, holy shit, that's cool. Or, holy shit, I wasn't expecting that. In a good way, you weren't expecting something and it actually turned out to be really good. Or, wow, that was really fucking cool. Nothing where, I did that. And it's just Raw. It's just, it's like, I feel I could fucking make a lot of these decisions. It's just like basic fucking shit. It's not well thought out. The writers, it's like they're not even smart. I mean, the creative direction they go in, it's like, again, it's not well thought out. It's nothing surprising. It's nothing intriguing. It's nothing that's like in depth. It's nothing that's good. So let's get into the show here. To start off the show, we have, of course, a promo between Shane McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, Kevin Owens, Cesaro. And, Shane's been saying, oh, let's change things up around here. Let's do what the fans want. If they're going to do that, then why is Reigns still in the main event and still champion? Why are we still starting the show with a fucking promo? So when they're saying, oh, we're going to change things up around here with Shane, I mean, they're not really doing that. But anyway, this was just not a good promo here. Again, nothing exciting going on. Nothing out of the ordinary. You have Shane and Stephanie just talking. What they did, they talked a shit ton at Payback, and now they gotta talk again. It's like, what? And then you got Kevin Owens coming out there saying he wants an IC title match. And then you, of course, got Cesaro coming out there. And then, of course, you get a match between the two. So, yeah, so if Owens wins, he gets a fucking Intercontinental Championship match there. Yeah, I mean, I just didn't think the promo was that good. There wasn't any, good lines that were, that were said. There wasn't any really good back and forth. It was just a pretty fucking bad promo to start the show. And when you have, like, 4 people in the ring, too, like, when you're cutting promos, if you have a shit ton of people in the ring, it's hard to garner any back and forth because there's so many people in there. First off, the entrances take up a lot of time. And then second off, there's so many people in there, it's hard to, like, put together a good promo, a good main idea. Because the people can't, talk for that long. Because if the 2 people talk for that, a long time, then the other two people aren't going to be able to talk. So it's really hard to fucking cut a promo with a lot of people in the ring. Just you don't have enough time. And it's, again, it's a lot of people talking at once, so it's kind of hard. I think it's much easier with 2 people. But then that wasn't that good. And again, a lot of these promos are just to lead to like matches when you just can't. Why don't we just announce the matches? It would save us time. And it would save us from watching these shitty ass promos. But then we have Owens and Cesaro ending in a DQ. The match wasn't really that good. I mean, these 2 people, Owens and Cesaro, they're both talented wrestlers, but they've wrestled many matches together that I've seen, and they don't seem to have good chemistry for some reason. People might come on here on YouTube or Twitter and say, oh, just because they're, 2 good wrestlers are going to put on a great match every time, and they'll say it's a great match. But no, these 2 people, for some reason, they just don't have that good of chemistry. Didn't really think this was a great match here. And it ends in interference there. You have the Miz and I believe Sami Zayn getting involved there. This seems to be leading to a fatal 4-way for the IC title at Extreme Rules. And it's kind of annoying to see Kevin Owens still lingering around in the IC title picture. It's like he should be on to bigger and better things now. But instead you got people like fucking Reigns in the main event. I mean, so it's fucking sad. So I'm going to give this match 1.5 out of 5 stars. Nothing really, again, like I said, it was just a kind of, these 2 people don't really have that good of chemistry together. So 1.5 out of 5 stars here. Then we have Tyler Breeze defeating Goldust. And I mean, this is just fucking pathetic here. Oh, man. You got fucking, you know, R-Truth, again, wandering around trying to find a tag team partner. Trying to find a jobber tag team partner. And then you got Goldust, same thing, wandering around trying to find a tag team partner. So it's just basically 4 jobbers who, you know, are made to look like complete fucking fools. And, you know, especially in the case of Tyler Breeze, a man who has talent. You know, made to look like a fucking fool, made to be laughed at. It's sad to see people like Tyler Breeze who have talent being put in a comedy match that nobody gives a shit about, and that people are probably falling asleep watching, while you have, again, I always say this, while you have a guy like Roman Reigns, who is champion, who is getting booed out of the fucking building. So this match is obviously a 0 out of 5-star match, just a fucking throwaway, useless, pointless, waste of time match. You know, when Raw went, again, I say this a lot too, when Raw goes 3 hours, fucking in 2012, you think they're gonna do good shit. But then you find out that there's matches like Tyler Breeze versus Goldust on Raw every fucking week, jobber matches like this on Raw, containing fucking jobbers. It's like, that was one of the stupidest decisions they ever made to go 3 hours. It's fucking dumb. Then you have the New Day, Colin Cassidy, and the Dudleys cut a promo. And remember what I said earlier in this video. When you have a lot of people in the ring, it's hard to cut a fucking promo. And I didn't really think this was that good a promo, like I said. Again, there's not really a main idea to be built here. You know, and it wasn't really, like I said, nothing really that good, exciting, and entertaining. You know, nothing that made you go, holy shit, that was a good line. And, you know, he really owned him. It's just people basically talking for a few minutes. It's nothing, you know, that good. So that leads to a fatal 4-way, or an 8-man tag match here. New Day, Colin Cassidy defeats the Dudleys and the Vaudevillains. Oh, I missed the Vaudeville. It was the New Day, Vaudevillains, Cassidy, and Dudley's cutting a promo. I think I forgot to put in the Vaudevillains there cutting a promo. I left them out, but they were also in the promo too. But then, yeah, like I said, the New Day and Cassidy defeats the Vaudevillains and the Dudleys. Just a boring fucking match. I mean, it's your typical 8-man tag. Whenever WWE has a 6-man or 8-man tag match, just I'll tell you how exactly it goes. For the first few minutes of the match, usually the babyface team is mostly on top. They get in a lot of offense, and they usually are on top. And then, you know, there's like a fucking distraction or a dirty move, and the heels get on top, and then they isolate one of the babyface members for like 10 minutes, and it's fucking boring, slow-ass wrestling, while that one man is trying to get the hot tag. And then after 10 fucking boring minutes of wrestling, he gets a hot tag, everybody fucking hits a move, and then the match is over. And usually the babyfaces win. Usually. I think it's usually. I mean, I don't keep track, but it feels like they win most of the time. And it's the same ass script, the same ass wrestling, the same thing every goddamn time. And like I said, you know, you got Shane saying, you're going to see new things. This is the same shit we see like every fucking week with the 6 or 8-man tag match. And they're always fucking boring as hell. So I'm going to give this match a half-star out of 5. Just a fucking pointless ass match. Then you have Emma defeating Becky, and talking about pointless ass matches. Here's one here. You got Emma, who's a fucking nobody now. You know, used to be, you know, sleeping with Santino. Now she's a nobody. Beating Becky Lynch, who was just in the title match at WrestleMania. Again, this is where WWE is dumb as hell. Summer Rae, a few months back, I think it was a few months. Time flies. I always say, oh, it was, you know, a month ago, and then it was like 3 months ago. So I'm not certain on this, but Summer Rae beat Paige like, I think about 2 or 3 months ago, and I made a video saying, wow, that's dumb as fuck. Summer Rae, a nobody, is defeating Paige, who's, you know, decently high up in the Divas division. And I'm like, they're not going to do anything with Summer Rae. I know how WWE works. They're not going to do anything with her. And who was right? Who was right? I was right, because I've been watching this product for long enough to know, you know, usually when they're going to do something or when they're not going to, you know, I could pretty much predict a lot of the shit they're going to do because I know how they work here in WWE. I can guarantee you, Emma's not going to get pushed, alright? Emma is not fucking going to get pushed. So again, this is why everybody feels like they're a jobber. Because they put nobodies like Emma over Becky Lynch, and then Emma won't get pushed. She'll fall right back down into being a nobody. She still is a nobody. And then, meanwhile, Becky gets devalued because she just got beat by a nobody. That's why there's... And then you have people like Natalya, who, again, was a nobody, just become #1 contender. And that really fucking devalues the worth of the title, because then you have a nobody fighting for the title. Like Sheamus. I mean, I could just go on and on. Sheamus fucking becomes champion. You know, and then months before that, he was fucking a jobber pretty much. He was like losing to people like Neville. Yeah, I remember. He was in fucking, you know, tag matches nobody gave a shit about. He was a nobody pretty much. Not as much as like a fucking Emma, but he wasn't doing anything significant. And that's why everybody in this company feels like a jobber, because of shitty-ass, nonsensical booking like this. So this was just an awful, terrible fucking match. 0 out of 5 stars. And then you get an Ambrose and Stephanie McMahon. The Ambrose Asylum. And let me talk about Dean Ambrose. You know, everybody might like Dean Ambrose. Why? Because he wrestled for CZW. Because he's an indie wrestler. Oh, because you're an indie wrestler, you're automatically... you know, this awesome wrestler who can never fuck up and always puts on 5-star matches. Why? Because you were in the indies. No, I got some news for you people. Ambrose isn't anything special. He is this, he's insane. He's so insane. He's not even that insane, people. Oh, he named his plant Mitch. Wow, that's so insane. He's not that insane. And part of it is probably because WWE creative team holds people back, but still, he's not even that good a wrestler. He's, you know, average, maybe decent at, you know, maybe he'll put on a good, decent match. But I mean, I don't remember any classic matches that Dean Ambrose was involved in. And I'm talking one-on-one matches, not tag team matches. He's not that good, people. He's just not. And I think people are losing interest in him, to be honest. I mean, I don't speak for everybody in the IWC, but I just feel that, you know, judging by the... again, I don't pay attention. You know, I don't, like, write this shit down, but it seems like the crowd's not as into him. And probably the only people who really like him are 14-year-old fangirls who fucking have orgasms to him every night. That's a side issue. This promo, you know, after watching, like, all this shit, like Emma and Becky Lynch, Tyler Breeze and Goldust, you know, you just didn't feel like, well, at least I didn't feel like watching this promo. It was fucking just, you know, oh, you knew you were going to sit through a fucking 10-minute generic promo. And that's just what it was. You know, Ambrose comes out, you know, does his normal shtick. Stephanie McMahon, we all know, has pretty much very little promo ability. And they cut out their promo, and we eventually get the announcement, oh, the highlight reel is back. Oh, you know, wow. Wow, it's just, again, it's not something where you go, oh, holy shit, people, the highlight reel is back. No, it's just fucking okay. And then, you know, you get a little brawl there, and I guess it was kind of cool how Ambrose, or Jericho, smashed the pot onto Ambrose's head. That was a decent little spot there, but one decent little spot isn't going to save this segment from being a complete bore fest. It wasn't a good segment, people. Then we have Rusev winning the Battle Royal. The Battle Royals, I think, are dumb as fuck, because you basically have usually 20 jobbers, and they're just throwing punches and kicks at each other. There's no room to do anything of significance, usually, because there's so many people in there. All you could really do is basic fucking shit. And again, there's so much going on, you can't really pay attention to everything, and it's just a fucking clusterfuck of jobbers. So you come down to the final two, and it's fucking Rusev and Ryder. Rusev, a guy who has no charisma, no promo ability, very little wrestling ability, versus Zack Ryder, a guy who, you know, so he's not a great wrestler by any means, but he's not horrible either. He's, you know, an okay wrestler, maybe a decent wrestler. But he's got a lot of charisma. A lot of people like him. He's the underdog. You know, he's getting a lot of cheers. He's got momentum behind him. Even after they fucking buried him, pretty much after WrestleMania, he's still getting a lot of cheers. But no, they gotta fucking put fucking that boring ass motherfucker Rusev over him. You know, fuck this company. They put a fucking guy nobody gives a shit about who has been in the League of Jobbers. They put him over fucking a guy who people actually like. Fuck this company, man. But that was horrible. So this match deserves a 0 out of 5 stars. Fucking shitty wrestling between 20 fucking jobbers. And then, of course, at the end, to top it off with the fucking cherry, you had that annoying ass, non-charismatic Rusev going over a guy who actually has charisma and people actually like in Zack Ryder. One of the only people who really garners a reaction, a positive reaction in this company consistently, Zack Ryder. Of course, they gotta bury his ass. Why? Because he gets cheers. Yeah, that makes sense. Fuck. Then you have this Natalya and Charlotte segment explaining why, you know, Charles Robinson fucking, you know, rang the bell. Pretty much, again, just a segment you don't really say, oh, holy shit, that was cool. No, it was just a fucking typical ass segment. You know, Charles Robinson, you know, okay, we get it. You know, he rang the bell, okay. It just doesn't have the same feel as the Montreal Screwjob because we know it's scripted and it's a fucking Divas match that, you know, again, the title doesn't really mean that much. So, I mean, this segment was, I don't know, just pretty fucking boring there. And then you got Natalya putting Flair in the sharpshooter. I guess that was kind of cool. But overall, still this segment wasn't that good. Then you have the main event where you got Reigns and the Usos defeating a Style. I believe I don't even know what the fuck happened because I don't really care. But I believe, I'm trying to fucking think. Yeah, Reigns speared him at the end, I believe. But you have Reigns and Styles, or you know, I don't even know what I didn't even write it down, but I remember the match was pretty boring. Again, a 6-man tag match. Nothing really that was that entertaining there. Nothing really that was that good. Then at the end, of course, you have fucking Reigns spearing AJ Styles. And again, it's like, you have Reigns going over Styles. And to compare Reigns and Rollins' title runs, Rollins was always getting his ass kicked, you know, by everybody, losing matches. And then you got Reigns beating everybody. I don't even remember the last time he's gotten pinned. There's just one problem, though. Reigns fucking sucks and nobody likes him. Why is he fucking champion? And of course, they did nothing to build up to the fucking title match between him and Styles at Extreme Rules, promo-wise, because Reigns can't cut a promo to save his life. And the match was just, again, it was just, this is an obvious fucking match. I could have made this match. It was nothing, you know, interesting about it, really. And again, Reigns comes out on top. They don't give Styles the upper hand for once. It's always Reigns. Reigns has got to go over everybody. Reigns has got to bury everybody. He's the new Cena, people. So I was very disappointed with that main event. Again, nothing fucking really that special. I believe, fucking actually Styles, that's right, I believe Styles did win the match. I believe they did win the match, actually. But of course, Reigns has to come out on top. They can't give Styles one fucking night over. They can't put him over one fucking night. They gotta bury him, it seems like, all the fucking time. They have to bury whoever's going up against Reigns. Because Reigns is their Superman. He's Cena 2.0. So there you go, people. I'm gonna give Raw about a star out of 10. It was fucking shitty tonight. And WWE continues on their shitty streak of horrible ass Raw. So there you go, people. There's your Raw review.